Restream and everything, right?
Yeah, buddy.
Sweet. We're live then.
All right.
And you guys, I found this overlay for Discord that shows up there. So it shows when we're talking.
Oh, look at that. Blah, 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 blah. I see it.
Yep.
Late by 4 minutes. I know, Green.
God.
We're
Green, the timekeeper. He keeps track of all the extra time I spend in voice lobbies talking to no one. The extra time I spend in voice.
Timekeeper. All right. Throwing out the announcement.
Cool. And yeah, Joe, if you zoom back just a smidgen, you'll get that.
Yeah, let me get that window open for me. Get the what?
The cool animations and stuff, because they're all kind of around the edge.
There's animations?
Yeah, we're using animated shit. I mean, stuff.
Okay, I was just...
Fire.
I don't see anything animating. Oh, there we go. I had to click on it. Okay. If it's not my active window, it doesn't do it, it looks like.
Oh, that's
so efficient.
Oh, no, now it's going. Okay, I don't know what its problem was. That's cool.
Think about it.
All right, so start some music for us.
Oh, not me.
Will we hear the music or just the stream?
How do I make... Can I make this play the music? I don't think I can. Can I? I think just the stream will hear the music.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
I think that was a feature of the other one too. So I'll take a look into some other stuff, but that's okay.
Yeah. Sorry, boys.
For what?
Man, I'm trying
You
to
can't
watch
hear the music.
stream and
We don't get background music?
I'm trying to watch the stream and it's hiccuping.
So, Joe, what's preventing that from working?
I didn't figure out how to stream it into Discord for you guys.
Did you do the application? If you stream the application, it should work.
What?
We are using a slightly different system that doesn't involve that, unfortunately.
Yeah, Chase.
So are you gonna stream?
I guess I could stream it into Discord, and you guys can watch that stream, and you'll get the audio that way.
Yeah.
Maybe. Because the app would be
just Chrome, right?
Chrome.
Or whatever browser.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to hear.
Okay, I'll share a screen. Nope, not that one.
Intensive. It's just your browser.
The screen is gonna be, oh God, Spotify. I gotta find it in amongst all of my open things. Here we go.
Joe's got a lot of open things.
I mean, he is naked.
Spoilers, sir.
Oh, we've talked about it.
I guess we have.
It's opening content.
All right, it should be up there for you guys to access now and listen to.
Thanks, man.
Yep.
So,
okay.
I control my own volume. All right, Dungeon Master Fallout guy.
All right. Oh man, all sorts of fun. Welcome, guys. We are going to be playing a little campaign. If anyone has seen, this is a pretty commonly used campaign called A Lost Mine of Phandelver, and if anyone knows of that, please no spoilers for our players who have not played it.
Like me, I don't know what's happening.
So
also,
yeah, if you know it, please don't spoil it. They haven't played before. Yeah, we're using some new systems. We're using Owlbear Rodeo, which is a pretty cool map application. We are using D&D Beyond, which is not new to me, but it is new to the group. So bear with us a little bit while we, learn how to use these tools to the best of their ability. Yeah, let me pull up some stuff here real quick. So our party, a little bit of background about our party. Our party is starting in the city of Neverwinter. Neverwinter is one of the larger cities on a region called the Sword Coast, kind of a coastal region that is kind of the frontier, kind of the wilderness of the kind of the D&D world. There is civilization, there are cities, but there's going to be a lot of bandits and goblins and trolls, and up in the mountains there'll be dwarves and orcs and all sorts of different things that that you have to deal with kind of in this region. It is definitely a little bit more dangerous region when you're outside of the town. Our setting is going to be in a tavern / inn / brothel called the Jolly Trousers.
The best combination.
Yes.
And the group here are all patrons of all regulars at the Jolly Trousers. The Jolly Trousers is a very open and welcoming place. It is where all sorts of misfits and people that might not have a place for them can find a place for them. So very good place for us to start. The party in particular, we're going to kind of get started in here, are going to all come into this bar. This is not the first time they've been in. They're just coming in after a long day. So first, we're going to start with, throw him up on here, Malgus.
Hello.
Malgus, you are delivering a fresh cask of brown ale to the tavern portion of that Jolly Trousers. As you take it over behind the bar and, lift it up onto its mount, get it all ready, you pour yourself a pint, as is your tradition. Before your mug is even full, you hear a friendly dwarf from the other side of the tavern exclaim, "Ah, fresh ale!" And you hear, you turn and see someone that you recognize that is another regular, has been here quite often, Gundren Rockseeker. Gundren Rockseeker is a friendly acquaintance of basically anyone who's been at the tavern. He is pleasant, he's jolly, and more so than most of the other dwarves that people may have met. He's a bit of a drunkard, and enjoys good strong ales, especially the ones that you make. And he will go on at length once he's had a few pints about how his family is descended from the dwarven kings of old, to which the barkeep usually responds that he should tip better. So that's where you come in. Tell us just a smidgen about your character, and we'll go from there.
All right. So Malgus is a mountain dwarf. He's about 4 feet tall. He's got red hair, glorious long beard and hair and whatnot. Is that an ad, Joe?
That's apparently an ad on Spotify.
What is this
I'm
voice
apparently
over
gonna
here?
have to watch Spotify a little bit
Do you not
closer.
have like premium Spotify?
No,
My
What?
bad.
it's all right. I'll
Breaking
just.
That's fine. It's fine. We'll cut it in post. It's fine. come in tired from a long day of work that didn't pay very well, and you've decided to stop into the tavern, grab a pint, and see some of your friends. The Order of the Gauntlet has recently set up a barracks and shop in the city of Neverwinter, and the crime has been low, and it's been a very, very good at promoting peace. The streets are safe, and this is fantastic for the city, and pretty awful for your line of work. Things have been a little bit rough as far as finding good pay for your particular line of business. As you walk in, you see your friend Malgus chatting with Gundren and this man that's kind of silently sitting next to him.
Okay.
Tell us just a smidgen about Wes, and then what you'd like to do.
I'll walk in the room a little bit and dust off my kind of like these long black robes in a sense, because you could tell he's a bit of a sorcerer. He is also a Hildor, so he's got pale skin, and then you kind of see these long, just kind of light brown, almost gray, just matted beard. He's got some rings kind of, looped around some of the parts of his beard. And he goes up and he's like, "Hey, Belgus, how's it going? And friends?" And he walks over to the table.
Fantastic.
I have the cask on the table right there, right?
Oh, I think you put it up behind the bar was the intent. But you can holler for the girl. There's a bar girl that's going around, and
The bar wench.
The bar wench. We're gonna call her
bar wench.
We're gonna call her Missy. You guys know.
Oh.
Hey,
No,
Missy.
Hey, Missy.
Hey, Missy.
No, that's awful.
Get
That's
another
awful.
round for my lad.
The NPC 6 heads over to the bar and grabs a pint, brings it over, and exchanges it for a quick silver, and drops it off for you, which is fantastic. And you take your seat there. You can see Gundren is kind of beaming. He nods to you, and kind of continues his conversation. You guys are just kind of catching up. He asks about when your other friends will be here. There's 2 additional friends, and it's interesting. You guys know Gundren, and you know that he knows you, but it's not something where he's done a lot of specifically trying to hang out with your entire group of friends. That's happened before, naturally, but it's interesting for him to be kind of asking about it and waiting.
Okay.
Cool. Anything else, Malgus, before you, Wes, before you just kind of enjoy your beer and join the conversation?
No, that's it.
Cool. A couple minutes pass. You guys are enjoying your time there, and the next person to come in through the door is our good friend Dagron.
Hey, perk up, you sorry slobs. Drinks on me. And then I motion to I lip sync to the bartender. Drinks are not on me.
This gets a hearty laugh out of the crowd, who knows that Dagron is a very popular person around these parts. He's kind of the life of the crowd. He's a really, really fun guy, but he is always broke. He makes this joke once a week or so, and everyone is well aware that drinks are never on him. Dagron, it has been a fantastic day. You trained hard in the morning with your monk stances and your nunchaku, and just kind of working on sort of your martial arts. You caught your lunch on the pier in record time. It only took you an hour or so.
Oh.
And you only got talked to by law enforcement about being indecent once. One time. That is a record, absolutely a record for you. You have come to the Jolly Trousers in hopes of seeing your friends, and that one of them might buy you an ale, if you're lucky.
Okay. Bit more about me. Hello, my name's Dagron. My friends call me Ron. I am a practicing nudist monk. Though,
Are you
I
practicing nudist or are you practicing monk?
nope. It's a nudist monk. I'm a practicing nudist monk.
He's a professional nudist and a
Yes.
practicing monk.
I am of a nudist monk clan monastery, though they don't let me live at the monastery anymore. So there's that. Yeah, I mean that's me. I'm Dagron.
For some people who might have anatomy questions, there's nothing too ridiculous about a nudist dragonborn. They look like dragons. They've got faces and scales and such. They are upright like a human. And as long as Dagron doesn't get excited, he's not like especially indecent. So
Excuse me.
excuse me.
Magnum size
told
only.
Joe-
So I walk on.
Joe,
I walk.
put your ween away.
So
Peppermint told you to put your ween away.
So I walk on over. Hold on. Can I control?
Oh yeah,
I can.
absolutely.
So I walk on over, get right between Malgus and what's his face?
Gundren.
Gundren,
Rockseeker.
facing Gundren, and I throw my foot, one of my feet, in a pirate stance right up on top of the table, lean in so my butt's right in Malgus's face, and
Lovely.
I lean in, handshake Gundren. I'm just like, put her there.
And
And then I
he's
walk back
excited
around.
to he's excited to see you. You're a pretty charismatic character, and he seems to almost, and as you kind of pick up on this, seems to have been waiting for you almost. He's like, it's good to see you. It's about time you showed up. We've been waiting, and you're kind of like, you've been waiting. I mean,
Huh?
okay, that's cool.
What?
And you notice that he familiar with your struggle of not usually having much coin, he orders a pint for you, which is unusual. This is unusual
Amazing.
for Gundren.
But you know what, Gundren? Better make that 2 pints. I order myself a pint too.
With what money?
I have money, don't I?
He does have a couple of silver to his name.
Yeah. So I use a silver to order myself a pint.
Fantastic.
He's already spending his coin.
Listen, if I hold on to it, I don't have anywhere to put it. I'm gonna have to store it somehow, so I might as well spend it.
Put it in your ween pouch. It'll fit, right?
Jesus.
Or something. The last person, as you guys are kind of chatting along here, is Chekas, who steps into the inn. Chekas, you've come in last, and you see your friends over at the table talking to Gundren Rockseeker. And as you come in, normally you're pretty obvious when you come in. You are a half-orc, and so as per usual, as you come in, heads turn, people look at you. But the conversation over at the table seems to have been so good that no one actually turns up and looks at you from the party.
Lumping on in from the where we have an orc standing 7 feet tall. He's red for some reason, and he's sneakier than he thinks. This is the not so legendary Chekas, and he's played
Now-
by me, Zach.
Now, Zach, are you a full orc or a half orc? Just for my,
we should clarify. I must technically have to be a half orc.
we can make you the stat sheet's a half orc, but if you want to be just an orc,
Oh yeah,
Like-
he's full orc. He's just this red
All right.
full orc. He makes no sense. He looks kind of weird. He acts kind of weird. He's probably not from around here. That's Chekas.
well, there you go. And what would you like to do, Chekas?
Well,
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
first off, I noticed that Check has come in because I knew he was coming in after me. So I get up and I start kind of flailing around and dancing and making a little bit of a spectacle. So everyone looks at me.
I'm gonna be sauntering sneakily. Oh, I can't control it for some reason. Owlbear, why have you failed me? Oh, you have control of it. That's why. I'm gonna
Interesting.
saunter on over. Yes. Saunter on over.
Oh.
And I'm gonna tell Joe. I'm gonna tell Dagron.
Where have you been?
I literally, we had this thing planned. I'd come in, make a distraction, and you'd pick some pockets. How much did you get on your way over?
How with you? Oh, lots. I got a lot of money.
Okay. Where is it?
Zero. I didn't get anything.
Go ahead and roll a sleight of hand check for me.
Oh, I was just lying to him. I wasn't even actually stealing anything. I had forgotten on my way over. My poor.
Deception check.
Poor. Oh.
That'll be work. Yeah, do a deception check to see if you get him or not. And then Joe, you're gonna do what's called a insight check, and we're gonna compare the two rolls. It's gonna be a straight roll. Whoever wins.
How do I do an
10.
insight check?
It should be on
Oh,
your
I see it, I see it.
skills. Yep.
Well, that's
Okay, deception of 10.
I did kind of tell him that I didn't get anything.
No, I know,
After
but
telling him.
I can't.
we're gonna see if
I
Yeah,
can't
yeah, yeah.
roll insight.
you should be able to click the modifier
Plus, or the minus,
on the right.
or the 0. The number.
Yeah, you click on the number next to it.
Okay, hold on. Now I'm confused. Insight.
I'm Charles
Oh,
Holmes, the Ringer Music
hold
Show,
on.
and I'm Cole Cush.
Ad break.
Okay.
This
Insight
episode is brought to you
on,
by someone with a lot of money.
Insight-
Someone with a lot of money. Talk to us now.
Insight is
Yeah.
on the left.
It is in the center left-ish. It's a tall column.
Oh,
called
I see it now.
skills.
Okay.
Jesus.
All right. Oh,
Jesus.
all right. So,
Jesus.
Checkers, you tell him that you tried to pick some pockets on your way in and that you were unsuccessful. You can tell immediately, Daggeron. You can tell that he didn't try.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty obvious.
Yeah.
I like money.
Well, maybe you should like it more. And try.
Don't know.
Well, to set the scene just a little bit more, guys. So you guys are in this tavern. It's a busy night. It's a little bit more busy than usual. Nothing too crazy. There's a variety of people, mostly humans. There's some elves and half-elves. There's some gnomes and halflings. Even in the corner, you guys see a tiefling, which is the kind of pink-horned lady, which you've seen a time or two before. Mostly people that you've seen before, some that you haven't. And it just seems kind of like a regular night at the tavern. Now that you guys are all here, Gundren kind of is like, oh good, your lads are all here. And he has you, kind of leans in close, says, come, lean in here. I've got some exciting news. And he clearly is very, very excited about something. And as you guys kind of, just lean into the table a little bit, he lowers his voice a little bit.
I'm
He's
excited enough that I stand up out of my chair, so I'm like leaning, bent over all the way, leaning in as close as I can to him
That's
across the
That's
table.
fantastic. You can probably cross like half the table. You're
Yeah.
probably pretty close. So, in a slightly more hushed voice, he turns to you guys and goes, "It's my brother and I. We've found something. That doesn't matter. The point is, I need a group of brave lads like you to escort some provisions to a mining town called Phandalin. It's not a 2-day journey with the wagon, but there's been a lot of goblin and raider action lately, and I would hate for these provisions to be delayed. Time is of the essence. I'll give you lads 25 gold each if you can escort this caravan, this wagon of provisions to Phandalin. What say ye?"
How long is the journey?
He looks at you and takes a deep breath like he's used to doing when he's explaining things to you, and he says, "It's 2 days there and 2 days back."
You
How
you
long?
said it's not a 2-day journey.
No.
And he goes, "Oh, aye. Yes, lad. It's a 4-day journey total."
Okay.
No length. How long?
He's, I don't know, lad. Many leagues.
I think what my friend is asking is the potential catch of this job.
He says, "It should be easy. Just maybe defending the wagon against, ruffians or some goblins. It's it should be a simple job, but time is of the essence. I need you to leave tomorrow morning.
That's a bit soon, don't you think?
I mean, it is. If you're not up to the job, I could hire some of the folks over at the Gauntlet.
Listen,
do
I
this.
think we can leave by tomorrow, but that means we have time for another round on me. And then I still not on me.
To Wes, you bristle a little bit when you hear about the Order of the Gauntlet, because like we talked about, they're kind of impacting your business at the moment. The offer of 25 gold is a fantastic offer. You guys know that this is really quite good pay. You've been working as kind of freelance people in various ways, and you've never had something that pays more than a gold or two. So something that pays 25 gold is a really impressive amount of pay. But this is a step up in things that you've done before. Escorting something like this is a bigger task than something that you've done in the past.
So, what is it exactly that we're escorting?
And he says, well, and he goes, just provisions and food, tools. And then he kind of leans in, and his eyes dart around the room just a little bit. Not like he's really nervous, but he's just kind of a quick check to see if anyone is maybe eavesdropping. And he says, mining equipment, lots of it.
That means nudie magazines.
I can confirm that their nudie magazines, as we think of them, do not exist in the Sword Coast. You are at a brothel, though, so nudies do. Maybe paintings, perhaps, but not a magazine, as it were.
Got it.
So you're telling me that you'll pay us each 25 gold to escort some mining supplies to a nearby town?
Mm-hmm. And I need you to be a little bit quiet about it.
Discretion.
Well, I can do quiet.
I look over at Wes and kind of like, yeah.
I'll nod back.
We are so sneaky.
I'm anything if not discreet.
So tell me, Gundren, why does it need to be so discreet that we deliver these mining supplies?
Does it matter? It's 25 gold.
I want to know what I'm getting myself into.
He similarly looks around again, just kind of to see if anyone appears to be listening. And again, it doesn't appear that there is. But he still leans forward again in the quietest voice. Yes, he says, My brother, I can't talk. My brothers and I have found something. And, well, if the wrong people knew, best to keep it quiet, lads. And to that, he finishes his ale and sets down the mug with kind of a clank, and he's like, well, the provisions will be here right outside the inn first thing in the morning, and I'll expect you the following night. If you don't dilly-dally, you should make it there in time. And to that, he turns to his human companion that's with him. He's like, oh, this is Sildar, and he'll be leaving with me tonight. We need to get back immediately. And to that, he pulls out 5 gold pieces each. Or sorry, 20 gold pieces, and hands you guys each 5 gold pieces.
Sleight of hand.
He says, 5 gold pieces now, and 20 when you deliver it to Phandalin.
I'm
Zach,
gonna swipe an extra one.
check us.
Yeah.
You should see if you can swipe the entire pack.
Okay.
He is pulling them out of like a pack on his belt. There are not additional ones to steal, but
The entire satchel pack. Check us. Just take it.
Could I do an insight check on this human gentleman?
You
that
sure
I've
can.
Just met?
Go ahead and roll insight for me.
Where's it here? Oh. 9.
Okay, with a 9, he's been especially quiet. You have noticed that he has been looking around the room even more than Gundren has, and his hand, while it's not like tensed, it has been resting on his sword. He appears to be some sort of hired muscle, and he is taking his job pretty seriously.
Are you trying to show the Joe? Are you trying to show the game log in the bottom right there?
Yeah.
That's not the actual game log. I don't know what that is, but that's not.
I think that's his roles particularly, but it's okay. We can
it
figure
shows
that
our
out in
roles.
the future.
It shows
Just click on the little chat box next to our campaign name,
Oh, you're right. Okay.
and then it'll do the whole thing.
The checkbox next to our campaign name.
Or the message
The
box.
chat box.
Yeah.
If you hover over it, it'll say game log.
Oh.
It's right next to the anvil.
Aha!
Why are you spinning?
There
What's
you go.
happening?
He's spin.
That's him, Dan. Hey, there you go. Look at that.
Yeah.
Okay, but I really want a sleight of hand, a coin away from somebody's pile.
Okay, so let's go ahead and have you do a sleight of hand check with disadvantage because he is paying them. Like he's pulling out 5 gold pieces each
That's
and
fine.
handing them to you guys.
We all have our eyes on what he's doing.
Hold on, I gotta figure out where the browser is.
Do I see him doing this?
We all.
We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out here in a
Okay,
second.
Yeah, you should see me doing it. Sleight of hand with disadvantage, you say.
Mhm.
There's the roll. 11.
All right. As Gundren brings out these 20, he sets the 20 coins and says 5 each in the center. You reach out and you just reach out and grab all 20 coins and you immediately start dishing them out. You start like tossing out coins to each person. And you're like, 5 for you and 5 for you and 5 for you and 5 for you. And everyone sees that you've done this, and the as they all settle, pretty quickly, Dagron, you find that you have 4 coins.
I let him think he's pulled one off on me.
You guys can see as he's doing this, you can see he's holding up his stack of 5 coins, and then like tucked between his knuckles, like on the back side of his hand, like you would do like a 2nd grade magic trick, is like 1 extra coin that he's like trying to hide.
Yep.
Well, I
Perfect.
see this. I'd like to be like, hey, nice boots you got there. Check this.
I don't think you said what you meant.
I said it clearly.
Some boots.
All right, and with this, as they finish up this conversation, Sildar and Gundren head for the exit, and as they go, there's remember first thing in the morning, and waves to you goodbye. And you guys are left with the evening and some of your extra gold that you've got to kind of talk about, what you guys have is kind of your first like professional gig. Like this is the sort of job that like actual adventure guilds and mercenary companies like get contracted to do. It's definitely the biggest job you guys have had before.
How the hell did I get roped into this with you sorry lot?
Yeah.
You know you love us, Malgus.
I know I do. Does anyone know anything about the road leading to the south of here? The road to
Dance with me.
Anybody who wants to can make a quick.
Fandolin?
Anyone who wants to can make a quick history check for me.
History check?
Yep,
On
history check.
on the road?
Well, just do you know the area?
What is
Wes,
history. How do I do history?
There's a
it's
thing
one
called
of the
history.
it's one of the skills.
It's in there.
Uh,
I have a negative
history.
1.
what do I do? I
Here's
click
my
the
negative-
number, right?
Yep.
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 Okay. So,
5.
Dude, I am
So-
-1. What do you have?
Wes,
Listen,
you
guys.
did your studying. You did your studying in a town called Luskin, which is actually to the north of Neverwinter, and unfortunately, that's not the same direction that you guys are going now. You know relatively little about what's to the south. Chekas, you are not from this region, like you mentioned. You will occasionally see half-orcs in the city. Not very many, but Neverwinter is a big city. There are half-orcs. But you don't think you've seen a single other full orc in this city. And so you are definitely a little bit of an oddity in that regard. And there is no knowledge that you have of this.
Roads go places.
Malgus, you think that you know, but as you are drinking like your third or fourth pint of this cask that you've brought in of what has turned out to be an exceptionally good ale, you just can't remember. You're just sitting there like, oh, it's on the tip of my, it's on the, but you can't remember anything. Weirdly enough, Dagron,
Yeah.
you
Weird, right?
you
I actually was with this half elf chick last night who was just from that area. We talked all about it.
So there you go. You know that to the
Yeah.
south is the major road that is called the Tradeway. It's the major road that just runs kind of along the coast from north to south along the Sword Coast. And that's about 2/3 of your journey, maybe a little over half. You then are going to take, unfortunately, a much smaller road called the Tribor Trail, and that is what leads to the mining town of Phandalin. And that's the part that you would expect that you might run into trouble maybe with bandits, is that there are less people traveling it, there are less guards or knights traveling it, and unfortunately that makes it much less safe. And it makes sense that that's why essentially you guys are hired, is to protect this wagon of goods through especially that portion.
Dang. He knows
Okay.
some stuff.
I know, you know some stuff. This girl talked a lot.
A
Damn,
lot.
She like on the caravan, man.
Mhm.
Well, can I go over to the table in the top and try to seduce the two ladies?
Yeah, so this is what we're gonna do, is you're gonna go up there. There's a human and a tiefling, and we're gonna have you pick one. You get to choose which one you're gonna try to flirt with.
Okay. First, I'm gonna order 2 pints
On you.
on me.
Hey, this time you've actually got money this time. So.
Yeah. 2 pints on me for them.
We need to be keeping track of how much money we have, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do
So
wanna-
I have 6 gold at this point,
Mm.
right?
Do I have to
Yep.
do that myself? Do I have to?
Oh yeah.
We can at some time. You can jot it down in notes if you want, and you can account for it later.
Where
And
do
I
we-
changed my mind. You can roll to try to seduce both of these girls. This is fine.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna take away. I think I've paid 3 silver so far,
Where is
and I
it?
have 5 gold, or 4.
Where is
gold.
it in our character sheet?
If you click inventory and then
Uh,
to the right of weight carried, you click that, and
Oh,
you can edit it
gold.
there.
And if it were me, I would do some silver. 10 silver is a gold. So if you do 10 or 20 silver, it'll help you break things down earlier. Not a huge deal, so no worries there. But
Anyways, so I buy them pints, and I go drink, 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 and we all drink, and then I'm gonna try to seduce them both.
fantastic. The tiefling seems to be laughing and having a good time, and it takes no coercion at all to drink when you set this down. The human kind of looks at you and looks at the drink a little bit, almost suspiciously, and then as she's seeing her friend drink, she kind of smiles and joins in as well.
Sweet.
I'm gonna have you do a performance check.
Performance. Here we go. 15.
15. The human girl seems to be a little bit just a little bit uncomfortable. She's you're here, this big naked dragon. She is an intellectual, appears to be some sort of mage.
Don't knock until you try it.
She's not super into what's going on here. She smiles and she's polite, but it's kind of awkward giggling. However, the tiefling is into it and starts dancing with you, and before long, you guys are having a fun time dancing, and she suggests that you swing by room number 3 later tonight.
Sweet babe. See you later. And then I come back to the table.
Very cool.
So did he get excited throughout this thing?
Oh, I'm sure that a little bit that happened. Go ahead and do a constitution save for me.
God.
Okay. How do I do a save? Hold on.
It's on the top left. You'll see con and then some numbers.
Okay, these are my saving throws. Okay.
Yep. Constitution save.
18.
18. You were able to hold it together pretty
Damn.
well. Things got a little bit excited, and she definitely noticed, but you weren't like making a scene in the entire tavern, which is what you were going for.
Oh, this is so cursed.
Damn it! I was really hoping he was gonna make a scene, because then I could have done something.
I know, I was trying.
We haven't practiced it very well yet.
Yeah.
We're getting better.
All
but
right.
not very.
So, and before long, you've taken off to this room.
Wait, what?
For the evening. Yeah. No.
No, I was going to stand her up.
Okay.
Stand
Well,
her
anyway, does anything? You really were going to? Oh
Just-
man, you're the worst.
Just the fact that she's expecting me. Just keep them wanting more.
That's fine. Anything else that you guys want to do tonight before you get up in the
More
next
rod.
morning and run into this? Get excited and started this journey.
So we're leaving in the morning, right?
That is correct.
So should we say something like, we gather our supplies together for this impromptu trip? Something like that.
I mean, I know somebody doesn't need no supplies.
I'm wearing everything I got.
I mean, I need supplies because I'm going to bring my brewing equipment because I know that these guys like that. So
Yep, that's smart. So yeah, you guys are able to, gather any supplies this evening, take care of any other business that you have before you take off. Is there anything else that?
Yeah,
you can
Checkers
think
is
of?
gonna go to the bar, and he's
Mhm.
gonna grab 4 beers.
Okay. You're gonna just like scooch in, like push these guys to the side.
No. I'm gonna be even worse than that. I'm taking their beers,
Oh.
Oh, shit.
and then
okay.
I'm paying them for what's left. So I'm just trading out the coin for their beer.
They're really confused, but like some of these beers are half empty, and you're handing them a silver for them, so they kind of just you are walking off with their beers, and they're just kind of like, and they start ordering more beers, and that.
Thank you. Thank you.
I like
And
your
then I pass them
confidence.
around.
Well, there you go.
We all have a beer.
I will.
This is Checkers, everyone.
I will kind of push Checkers' beer aside and then wave down for another one.
I
A
will.
little hand raise.
I'm gonna toss it over my shoulder when I'm not looking.
I'm going to grab Wes's beer and just add it to my own.
And then I'm
So,
going to. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
No,
I'll say
go
a
ahead.
night of tomfoolery. It sounds like lots of drinking. You guys probably think about how many beers that you would enjoy, and make sure to subtract the appropriate amount of silver from that. It's just 1 silver per beer.
Oh man.
Oh, sounds like
broke.
someone's trying to move us
How
along.
many
I'll
gold
go
is
with. I'll go
silver?
with
I
3.
know.
How about that?
Very cool. All right. Well, the partying continues into the night. You guys are very excited about your first like well-paying adventure, and Dagron stands up, the cute tiefling girl, unfortunately, and
Didn't even catch your name.
Oh, you hurt me.
the worst. And that brings us to the next morning. So we'll transition here in just a second. But the next morning, you guys find this wagon. There's the barkeep there is like, all right, here's the wagon that Gundren asked me to watch for you. I wish you'd been here a little earlier, but you know, whatever. And he's always just kind of rough around the edges, but he means well. And you guys,
Who is this guy?
this is the barkeep, the guy that pays you 1 whole gold for your keg of ale.
What's his name?
Oh, NPC 6. Let's see. Let's do Boffle.
He's
Was
just called a beer, or just a bar.
He's just called Boffle
Is it Boffle with F's or TH?
with F's.
Oh, I love that name.
He
must
Boffle the barkeep.
Yeah.
Yep. And yeah, so you guys after gathering your stuff, get in this wagon and you head south along the trade way to Phandalin. And with that, I'm gonna do a quick little change here.
Oh my
Make sure
goodness!
I do this correctly.
I changed
Boy, did
the
I like
music
having a
already.
bar.
Dun, 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 dun. And it should move you guys with me. I
That's
think.
awesome.
We're learning. You may need to zoom out.
Oh, it's loading
once it comes
scene.
in here. Yep, you may
Here
need
we
to
go.
zoom
Oh,
out
goodness.
once it arrives.
Holy
Ooh, it's
cannoli.
raining.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's
It's
pretty
raining?
cool.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I had to click.
There
Are
we
those-
are.
Kind of 3D trees.
So,
Yeah,
can
there's
anyone else
something.
control their own characters?
You can as long as no one else is controlling it.
Oh, well, mine has always been uncontrollable, but it looks like I can control other people's.
I think because Joe had you clicked.
I might have accidentally had you clicked.
We'll mess with that. We'll mess with that later for sure. Feel free to zoom in on the top left portion where it shows you guys kind of along with the carriage. And if you'd like to change the music now, you can do that as well. We'll get another
I did.
Spotify ad
It
in
should
there.
be rain.
Oh, perfect. So, you guys are going along the tradeway, and there's pretty little of note. There are, people passing you by pretty regularly. You have, you see a company of knights that's riding from the south up towards Neverwinter, partway through the day. There's a lot of people that are just kind of traveling along this major road. You guys camp for the night pretty easily that first night, just off the tradeway, and there's no issue, there's no problem. The next morning, you guys get up and you're traveling along, and before midday, you take a turn onto what's called the Tribor Trail.
Wait,
this-
sorry to interrupt. One sec.
Yeah.
Am I a cleric or a paladin?
Oh, I thought you were a paladin.
Yeah, to the best of my knowledge, you are a paladin.
Okay, I am a paladin and not a cleric.
There you
Wait,
go.
wait a minute.
You all know more about my character than
What
I do. Okay.
champion of God are you?
So,
Goddess.
Did I
and
dress
then
my?
good
Did I
to see
pack my robes or my chainmail?
so
Okay,
you
anyways.
guys, you guys
Whatever
are
I
traveling.
need to be, I'll do it. Whatever for her.
You guys are traveling along. Let me crack a beer because I need to
Oh,
at this
Yeah,
point.
you need to. Sorry.
So no, it's okay. So you guys are traveling along for most of the day along this Tribor Trail. It is a kind of muddy. There are wagon wheel trails. It's a road, but it is kind of muddy, kind of run down, and you're going in between, some forest. As you guys continue on throughout sort of the afternoon, the clouds above you start to get dark, and it appears that a little bit of a storm is rolling in. But as you recall, Gundren is expecting you guys this evening there in Phandalin. So you decide to kind of push on. It's sort of late afternoon, raining a little bit, and that brings us to where we are now. I set you guys here as kind of just a base starting order, but we actually need a couple of small changes. We need you guys to decide where you're standing and where you're going to be on this horse cart. And then one of you actually needs to be driving the wagon itself. One of you needs to be seated on the top there with the reins.
Oh boy.
I will be a little bit to the. Oh wait, can I control?
I think so, but if you can't, I'm happy to move you.
How do I do this? How do
It's
I
the
grab?
hand. It's the grab with the hand on the side.
Okay. Oh, I'm grabbing Wes. I don't want to grab Wes. I want to grab me. Where do I click?
Your
Be
icon.
on- yeah, click on your icon.
It's always been like in a
It's
weird
still-
spot for me.
It still wants me to grab. Okay, put me to the. I'm not driving. Put me to the front and the left
Front
of
left?
the wagon. A little bit
Here?
further. A little bit further to the front. So a little bit in front of him. Yeah, right about there.
Very cool.
I will drive.
Fantastic.
I'm hiding in the back.
Suppose I'll just be here because it seems like a good walking pace, you know?
I get nauseous if I'm not seeing where I'm going, so I'm going to go backwards.
Where? What?
Exactly. No, I'm sitting on the back looking out the back.
Oh, I see. Okay. Very cool. So you guys are, going through this kind of rainy, kind of muddy section of trail, and I need you, Joe, to make a quick animal handling check for me.
Oh no.
Bra touched the seat.
Oh, not so bad.
Yeah. So these
I
are
heard the
pretty.
roll.
These are pretty tame horses, and you pretty quickly figure out how controlling them works and what they respond to, and you're doing just a fine time leading these down this road. And you guys, let's see if I can move you as a group. Oh, I can. As you guys are kind of moving down here, you're getting into a part where the forest is closing in a little bit more tightly on the road than it has in the past. As you kind of come up around this bend, you see up about reminder that squares are about 5 feet in this world. That's what the squares stand for. And if you get a little bit more to the center of the map there, you guys see through the rain up ahead 2 horses that
Uh-oh.
have
Fight,
that are laying down in the middle of the road.
Hold up. I would
Can I
like to
get-
go. I would like to go investigate.
Fantastic. Go ahead and head up there for me and do an investigation check.
And I stopped the
but-
horses.
Why don't you move me up to them? There's,
How
uh,
do you want to get like right up next to them, or just
yeah.
where it's like easy to see?
Oh yeah, like right in there.
And I stopped the horses.
So I can sniff them. All right. Ooh, baby, that's a good roll. 18.
Fantastic.
Damn.
As you approach these, you can see a couple of different things about them. You can see both that the horses are, not to your surprise, you could tell this before you arrived, they're dead.
Okay, hold up, real quick.
Yeah.
Before I walk up, I loosen my hammer in its housing or whatever, so I'm ready to pull it out. And whenever in the timing that I get a chance, I also want to look around me at my surroundings.
Cool. So we're gonna have you do a quick perception check just to add to this, and then I'll kind of go through both of
Okay.
what happens.
Okay. Perception. Oh boy. Okay. 12.
All right, we got a 12 on there. So you're kind of looking around as you come up, and it's a bit hard to see through the rain and through kind of the rustling trees. So it's a little bit hard to see what's going on. You don't see anything else other than these 2 horses. As you get closer, you can see that each has several black feathered arrows sticking out of them, and they are both very dead. Best as you can tell, they have been dead for at least a day, probably. It's hard to see exactly, you don't see rot and decay, but they're not still warm. The bodies aren't warm. And as you are searching around a little bit more, you actually catch a couple of pieces of information from the saddle and the emblems on the saddle, and the horse that you realize, the horse on the left, that you recognize this horse, and it is the horse of Gundren Rockseeker.
Oh shit!
As you look around, you see that there are the saddlebags lay empty, maybe 5 feet away, and have been looted. Nearby one of the saddlebags is what appears to be an empty leather map case.
We don't. The three of us back here don't know any of this.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
but-
about to do something
Okay.
about that. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get the chance.
Yeah, you guys, you see, kind of raided saddlebags and this map case that has been thrown open and is empty. You can only assume that the other horse would likely have belonged to Sildar.
I would like to turn back and yell, they're dead! One of them Gundrens!
No shit, they're dead.
God damn.
And as
Wait,
you,
did you say
as
Gundrens?
As
One
you
of
shout
them
out,
Gundrens.
as you shout out this, they're dead. Let me do a quick thing here. Da. My system's moving slow.
What's the sound that the beach ball makes in MacBooks?
Huh?
No idea.
Boom.
Exactly. It doesn't make a noise.
Sonny, your power exploded? That sounds exciting.
Oh,
What?
What
is
is
that the name of a game or a drink?
Sonny? No, it's one of the viewers.
No, your power exploded.
Oh, I was like, what are you talking about?
Okay.
Yeah,
and what
devil.
is your AC, sir?
Oh, well,
Oh, baby.
I want, hammer and shield equipped at the moment, and I've got my armor on and whatnot. So, where do I look at that? Inventory, equipment, chainmail is equipped. I'll look.
By initiative.
This
Okay,
might be a
up the
stupid
shield.
question,
I had
but
the
what's
shield too.
AC?
So,
I think that gives you
Armor.
18.
yeah, I'm at 18.
Very cool.
Wh- wh-
Okay.
what's AC? Armor class. Got it.
Armor class.
This, as you're sitting there and you holler back that they're dead, and you hear this, no shit, you hear the twang of a bow, and an arrow flies right past your face. And I need everyone to roll for initiative.
Oh, baby. Drum roll, please. We have the
Initiative.
first initiative roll of the evening. Of the campaign.
Of
Is it
the
just
entire
D20?
campaign.
Oh, wait, where do I
Yeah.
do initiative?
You get a bonus, yeah, there's
Oh,
an
plus
actual
1.
initiative. Yeah, exactly.
Oh boy. Well, there goes that.
Hold on while I try to find it.
I'll be last.
Looking for the initiative button.
It's next to AC. Right
Oh,
above
it is, isn't it?
inventory. Yep.
Damn!
Nice.
That's still not that good though compared to whatever the frick frack Wes is smoking.
Oh, Wes isn't smoking, but the goblin will be.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, Joe, and if you want to move the map a little bit, you will get to a. You'll get. To
Dun dun dun.
Those bitches.
I can grab them, but I can't grab me.
Same here. I can move him.
Move me. I don't know what you guys are on.
I'm not on. Yeah, okay, well.
Oh, God.
Oh my god.
He's just doing a measurement.
As he
You can
would.
see that?
Like
you can
you do.
see that?
yeah,
You see
everybody
that?
will see that.
Can you see my schlong that I'm measuring?
Hold
All right,
on.
here we go.
Why is your slung a lot less thick than ours?
Okay, I don't know. It's just a pencil. All right, calm down.
Anyway. All right, I've got everybody's initiative. Here we go.
Bring it on, baby.
A second goblin pops out of the woods as this arrow flies past your face, Malgus. You see a goblin that had just fired it, kind of yell out in goblin, just kind of screeching, and a second goblin runs out as well, and he comes out to here with his little short bow too, and he fires at you as well.
Okay.
Quick.
Little bastard.
These won't always be to everyone, but I'm going to have them for now so you guys can see how it works. And similarly, you can see him doing this. You easily sidestep this. This arrow has to travel 40 or 50 feet, and these arrows are pretty poor quality. So you're able to sidestep it without any issue. Which brings us to Wes. Wes, you're back here next to the cart. You're seeing this happening. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna move like 5 feet forward, right here, and be like, "Hey!" And then I'm gonna firebolt this dude.
Jesus.
Fantastic. Firebolt's like 120, is that right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
120.
Perfect. All right. So Firebolt is a spell hit, basically. So there should be a spell attack that you can roll. Fantastic. That hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Ooh.
I don't have to do anything. I like not having to do math. Do I add anything to the fire damage?
No, you do not.
Okay.
It's built into it.
Cool.
So that
Oh,
does
God.
4 damage. This flaming bolt blasts out from your hand,
Oh, yeah, I
wand,
forgot to do
whatever you
the-
decide, and it hits this goblin kind of square in the shoulder. It did travel a long distance, but you hit him, and he his little kind of leather kind of thatch armor sort of just bursts into flames. He takes 4 damage, and he is kind of singed. He's kind of smoking here in the rain. He appears to still be standing, but he's not doing great with his shoulder like scorched off.
Is there a concept
Okay.
of bloodied in 4E or 5E?
No. I will
Okay.
kind of use one to sort of describe when people are in really rough shape or not, but not by default, no.
Okay.
Okay, so
And anything else you want to do on your turn? You have also the rest of your movement, which would be 20 more feet if you
Mhm.
wanted, and then theoretically a bonus action, though you guys don't have a lot of those right now.
yes, we only have puny spells. Let me see. I suppose I will draw my little dagger.
Is that what we're calling it?
Yes.
God.
All right, you've got your dagger out and ready.
And I'm gonna duck a little bit back behind the horses here, just to. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Just right here.
The stream is being a little wacky. Uh-oh.
Was it jittering?
And that'll be my turn.
That must just be on Twitch because it's looking fine on YouTube.
Yeah, it looks great on YouTube.
Well, maybe we'll try to do some other things in the future with it. That
Yeah.
brings us to Chekas.
Oh, well.
Checkers.
It's your turn. You've heard
Oh,
some hollering.
boy.
You haven't seen what's going on yet, but you've heard some hollering. You're on the back of this, wagon.
Wayne.
What would you like to do?
Too late to be sneaky.
I'm gonna run 30 feet up by those mushrooms up north.
Okay. Can you control your person or not?
No.
Okay, so you got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We'll give you 30. Get you kind of up on this rock a little bit.
Thanks,
Is there
man.
difficult terrain in 5E?
I was just about to ask that.
is. We're not going to deal with any difficult terrain on this particular encounter, but yes, there absolutely is.
Okay. Is it just the same thing, half movement speed?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
Cool. So you've climbed up on this rock a little bit. You've gotten through some shrubs. There's some mushrooms up here. You're looking for a good place to hide. Anything else on your turn?
No,
Uh,
I've got nothing.
Okay, one thing you can do if you're not taking an attack, you can use your action to do something called dash, which means you're basically focusing on running as fast as you can, and you can move your movement speed again if you would like.
Let's do that. Moving
Okay.
30 feet to where I would like to go, next to the
So-
orange tree.
15 will get you there. That would be 25. Do you want to be like here?
Yeah, wherever's hidden.
Okay, I would say that this is pretty good hidden behind this, yeah, that green tree, or the green and orange tree there.
Da. Excellent.
Cool.
I accept.
All right. So yeah, you fly out of here. You guys see Chekas kind of just run to the side of the road and disappear into the bush.
Oh, God.
He is surprisingly sneaky.
He's
for an
abandoned
orc.
us!
Like he really is pretty sneaky for an orc. So he kind of just disappears into the bush and off he goes.
Alright,
Rustle.
Because I whispered to myself.
he's
as
saying
you
what
guys-
sounds should be making.
As you guys are doing this, 2 more goblins show up on kind of the bank up on these rocks out of the trees on the other side of the road, and they have their short bows and they start shooting at the wagon. It's hard to tell if they're shooting at you, Dagron, or at the wagon.
Well, let's make that easier for them. Wait, is it their turn or my turn?
It is their turn.
Damn it.
And what is your AC? Well, I can actually see it.
It's 14.
You have an AC of 14. So one of these guys appears to have been shooting at you. And they...
This is where the nudity plays against you, Joe.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Hey!
Not a lot of armor. Here we go. Oh my god. And you take 8 damage.
Oh, fuck.
That's a max damage
Bruh.
roll. He only has 9.
Bruh.
Forgot.
You were looking. You're
Well.
peering through the rain as these arrows fly, and one of them just hits you right in the chest, and it pierces through your scales. You take 8 piercing damage.
Good
God. The other one hits a horse, and the horse neighs and starts to kind of like weirdly gallop. It does seem to be superficial, but they've hit a horse with one of those shots. Dagron, it is your turn.
Say the safe word.
Can I turn
Say
the
safe
wagon
word.
around?
Can you turn the wagon around? Is that what you're going for?
Yeah.
Oh
All
god.
right, make an animal handling check for me.
Shit.
All right, you are able to get this thing like partially turned around. You got these guys like kind of turned in their spot here, and the horse that was hit was on the left, and so it is now further. Here, I'll move it just a smidgen more so you can. It is now on the opposite side, but you don't get them turned around. They get kind of spooked. They're trying to go forward as you're whipping the reins, and they get kind of stuck up here in this spot here. So they've turned. They're a little bit more sheltered, but you have not been able to turn them all the way around.
I was wanting me sheltered.
And we'll say that was a bonus action, so you do still have your full action.
Can my full action be to try to turn them more?
Oh man, as a full action, okay, go ahead and make one more animal handling.
I mean, I don't know
Okay,
what
sit
else I'm
down
gonna
and
do. I
hide
have
behind
1
the
health. I'm not
cart.
going to run up
With
and attack these
advantage, That's
guys.
what you're going for.
Not that
As a-
he identifies as an animal, okay?
So I'm doing animal handling.
Yes, but with advantage, because if you're spending a full action to do this, that means you're really focusing on it.
How do I do it with
Joe, do
advantage?
you roll animal handling when you handle yourself?
You right-click the
God
number
damn
and
it,
say
Chase.
advantage.
There we go.
I'm sorry.
Okay. No, you're
That
absolutely
was
right.
good. I got a cackle.
The naked guy runs away. I know, right? It's an arrow
I rolled
straight
a
in the
1 and a
chest it runs
15.
away.
All right, you do get
The whole new meaning to streaking.
Thank God for that 15.
right.
Dude.
You get a 17, and you are able to turn them around. Are you leading them anywhere? Or are you just trying to get like protection?
I'm trying to get protection for both me and the animals.
Perfect. You do that. You're successfully able to kind of like put them in between where you're looking there.
Okay, so that's my full action. I have no more actions I can do, right?
You can move still if you wanted.
No, absolutely don't want to move from where I'm at.
Okay, very cool. Oh, one other.
If I could
one other
attack,
thing.
but that'd be an action, so I can't.
I did this poorly. You guys got your provisions and everything, and one of the things that it's included in that is a health potion. So you guys do
Convenient.
have one health potion. Not that you need to use it right now, but you do have one health potion.
Would that be an action using a health potion?
It would be, yeah.
Okay.
Just
It's also
remember, I
in the
can only
cart, right?
heal. I'm our only healer, and I can only heal 5 HP between each long rest.
That's
So
nothing. That's like
it's
a potion.
nothing.
Yeah.
It's pretty intense.
Well,
That
I
does bring
might
us-
need it.
That does bring us to Malgus.
Okay, so healers adjust. Healer adjust.
You've had like 3 arrows shot at you, and none of them have hit. You are used to this. You are probably the most experienced in like fighting like this. Chekas has experience in like close hand scuffles and things, and then obviously Wes has experience with a different type of conflict. But you're probably
Are you trying to be discreet about how he fights?
Post-conflict resolution.
yeah.
All right. So I would like to move. I'm going to use my pointer so you can see what I'm doing. I'd like to move 5, 10, 15, 20 feet
Perfect.
to this guy
Yeah.
right here. And then I am going to, at this point, whether I threw my shield down, I'm just going to go two-hand on the Warhammer. And I'm just going to full force crack this guy over the head.
Very cool. Now there are some rocks on here, and being a smaller person, I'm gonna have you make a quick athletics check for me,
Okay.
just to see how well you get up these rocks.
All right, 18.
18. That's gonna be good enough. So you get to these rocks, and with like a quick jump, like you leap up these. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Okay, how do I do this? Attack.
Yeah, it'll be on the item itself as like an attack roll.
So the Warhammer hit /DC.
Yep, that's the one.
Okay. B.
Oh
What's
shit!
B? Is that a
You
nat
get
20.
That is a nat 20.
Oh,
So-
fuck yeah.
So you are running at these guys, and you can see them. They're trying to load another arrow. Like they're fumbling with their crappy little quivers, and they're like trying to load another arrow. And you see them doing this, and you like get planted on a rock. The rock holds, and you like leap up this rock with your warhammer above your head. And as the goblin gets his little arrow like knocked, he turns up and like starts to pull it back. And,
Mommy.
Yeah, and then before he can fire, you just smash him in the head with this rock, or with your hammer.
So this is like pure rage after seeing Joe get struck.
Exactly.
And
Get him,
can
Malgus!
Now
I wanna
I-
try to use
Avenge
that to
me!
intimidate. I want to intimidate the other guy with that.
the other guy with it.
With
Okay,
my
so
pure rage, my athletics, and my nat 20 on the head. I wanna,
that's
like,
fantastic.
intimidate the
We're
other
gonna
guy.
do a couple things on this first. So rules is written, a crit, a nat 20 is 2 dice rolls for damage instead of 1. However, I don't like that very much, because then you could still get a very unlucky roll where you could be like, oh great, like you crit but you did less damage than you normally would. So this is a house rule that me and my friends really like, because crits are pretty rare. With crit, you get 2 damage rolls instead of 1, but the first one is automatically maxed. So what
Okay.
I'm going to have you do is roll once for the damage on your warhammer.
So I can click this 2d8 plus 3 to do the full roll, which will do both. But do you want me to instead roll 1d8?
Wait, no, it's whatever it is.
Yes,
It's
I want
double.
you to roll. I want you to roll 1d8 plus
Okay.
3.
So we'll do 8 plus this plus 3.
Exactly.
Okay, here's the 8.
Peppermint, I will have you know that I was fully planning on running right on in there until I was shot through
So,
the
and that's the
frickin'
thing is,
chest.
say you rolled like a 1 and a 2, that would be a really sad crit. But by maxing the first one, it's really cool. So you come down and you do what's going to end up being 13 damage with this mighty warhammer, and you just crush this guy. You don't just like get him, like he's not wearing a helmet. His like head, his skull like crushes into his shoulders and then further.
Hell
You have destroyed this goblin. You turn with like as you do, you turn and just like yell this angry yell at the other goblin. I'm gonna have you roll for intimidation with advantage.
Oh baby.
Thank God this
how do I
dwarf can
activate
fight,
advantage
because he
again?
sure doesn't
Right
know
click
much about
and
the
select
land.
advantage.
Advantage. All right. Oh god, another.
Oh my God!
They're dead.
He
Fusroda!
he stumbles back, just terrified of you, and is scrambling away into the woods. He is just just terrified and running away. As he turns to do this, you get to do something that happens for everybody.
Opportunity attack?
An attack of opportunity. So go ahead and roll to hit again.
Okay. Here we go.
Good God.
Okay. 13.
Okay. A 13, unfortunately, he's scrambling away from you. He kind of falls to the ground as it goes, and you come with this big, like, broad swipe, and he's able to get underneath it as he's just kind of scrambling away. And he disappears and runs off into the shrubbery, and kind of disappears into the thicket.
All right.
He appears to
yeah.
be gone. This guy here, he's in rough shape. He's gone.
They're just trying to feed their families. Okay. Via murder.
God. Well, I mean, what are
And
we
mining
doing,
supplies.
really?
I'll feed him this fireball.
I'm trying to feed myself.
With murder.
No, delivering supplies.
Yeah, you murdered someone to
Exactly.
do it.
I'm not getting paid
Exactly.
to murder. I'm getting paid to deliver supplies.
okay,
I don't need to
alright.
argue morality with you.
I'm just-
You could have not murdered them and just.
But yeah, so you have crushed one and effectively terrified the other. So there's that there. Let's take a look at what happens next. The first goblin pulls out a short sword. You having run away, he pulls out a short sword and starts charging in the direction that you were. Let's go ahead and 5, 10,
Can he not see anybody? Curiously.
15, 20, 25.
Wrapped
30.
with guilt. I'm like bawling over this name. The goblin.
Exactly. So this guy he can't see anybody else really with where this is going on. He starts just charging out at where you were. He could see you up there fighting the goblins, and he's charging at you, screaming at you in Goblin. The one over here that got scorched, he still has his short bow. He can see Wes. He just got blasted by him, and he's very upset by this. 30.
I'm gonna yell back at this goblin in Dwarvish or Dwarven or whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
as he's yelling at me.
Yeah. It'll be great. He takes up his short bow, Wes, and he's running at you, and he pauses for a second and fires. And let's see.
I'm so inspired by this badass dwarf. Shit. Like, I didn't even have to fight anybody. They're all dead now.
Half of
Gonna
them are
die.
dead. Half of them are dead.
No, a quarter of them are dead.
Okay.
Wait, oh, is that
and,
one just incapacitated?
And as
I don't
this
know.
angry, slightly
One
singed
ran, the
dwarf,
other one died.
Right.
as this angry, slightly singed goblin runs up and then stops and pulls his short bow back, you kind of lose the arrow in the rain, and you don't know. You actually end up dodging into it. You kind of tuck to the right and sort of dodge into it and take 6 damage.
A shoelace.
Who is
Dude,
that? Is
these-
that me?
That was Wes.
Oh, Wes. Okay.
These guys damage a lot. They do a lot.
Wes, how much health do you have?
I have 2 right now.
Good God. These guys hurt.
That does bring you to your turn, Wes. You are up.
Oh, no re-initiative? Okay.
Nope. Once initiative is normally set permanently for the encounter.
Okay. Let's see. Let me pull out my ruler right here.
You know, you can do the measuring, and if you grab your person, it'll actually move them the distance that you show it to do.
So, as I get struck with the arrow, I'm gonna just look angrily back at this goblin. I'm gonna walk up to him. Right here. I think I have 25
Yeah,
movement.
you got 25, yeah.
And I'm gonna burning hands him.
Oh,
So
man.
I'm gonna flick my
You
wrists
moved a
out
lot
and
more than
everything.
25.
Did I?
I think
You were.
you
I
want to
guess-
count 5.
Here.
Oh. So I apologize.
Oh, never
This is my fault. You can move up there. This grid is not exact.
Oh, it's scaled wrong.
You can
yeah,
get
it's
it,
scaled
get it
wrong.
wherever I move.
There you go.
past.
That's fine. It's fine. We're cool. We're all cool here. Situation normal.
My bad.
I'm gonna
So slight
clap.
weapons malfunction.
clap my hands together, and a roaring whoosh of flame is gonna come out. Just
That's fantastic. And that looks to me like Burning Hands is a save.
12 is what it says on my.
Yeah, so they have to make a dex save. Okay, let's see how the goblin does.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is there, if someone's next to you, if an enemy's next to you and you're doing a ranged spell or ranged attack, do they?
Oh, actually.
Does that provoke an opportunity attack?
No. Opportunity attacks are essentially when someone is within range of melee and then they willingly leave the range.
Yeah, but in 4E, if you are ranged, if you're doing a ranged attack and an enemy is within melee distance, they can attack.
Oh yeah, yeah. If somebody leaves melee distance, you can make an opportunity attack, and it does not need to be a melee attack.
No. This is like if I'm next to you and I'm doing a ranged attack, you can attack me while I'm trying to do my ranged attack.
No, I don't believe
that.
Yeah, I see what you mean. No, I do not believe that's the case.
Okay, good to know.
So you can hit both of those. I'm gonna say.
I put down a triangle. I don't know if it's on. It is. Hey.
Very cool. This guy on the bottom here, he's able to pretty effectively kind of dive out of the way, but the guy that's right up in your face is very, very torched. Can you roll for damage for me? Now, when you fail a save against this, you still take half damage. So even though the guy at the bottom dove out of the way,
very nice.
Yeah, he's still going to take half damage.
Singed.
All right. So this makes the guy that was just shot you. He he bursts into flame and crumples to the ground. This other one that was kind of charging up over where Malgus was, he takes a little bit of the flame, and you can see that it catches him some, but he's still kind of charging up in this direction. Anything else on your turn, sir?
That's it.
Cool.
I got nothing else. Oh, hold on. Okay, you cleared it. Sweet.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. And then that brings us to Checkus.
Man, these ranged guys doing ranged.
Uh-huh.
Yeet me down to the other guy. I don't know if that's. Let's see. I got my
You do
measuring
also,
stick out.
not that you need to, but you do also have a short bow, or if we want to fix it later, we could say you have a hand crossbow.
I have a dagger that I can throw.
You could do that too, yeah. You would need to get within 20 feet if you're going to throw the dagger. But yes, you could.
Let's see what I got on the menu here. It's just better to use the short bow. I don't know if I have any bolts, though. I think I have 30 bolts.
You absolutely do. We're not going to count bolts or or arrows.
Offer them your friendship.
No friends here. Only
Give them stacks for their families instead of fighting.
Hug me.
I'm gonna
Okay.
use my crossbow or my short. Oh, it is a short bow.
We can, if you want it to be a crossbow, we'll fix it in post.
No, it's fine. It'll be a short.
He's gonna offer them
Cool.
the friendship arrow.
Zach, what are you? What is your class?
I'm a rogue. I told you that when I introduced myself.
You're a 7
He
foot
thinks he's a
tall.
rogue.
I'm a 7 foot tall rogue who thinks he's sneaky, and I got one guy to tell me that I am.
It's great. Go ahead and roll to hit with your short bow.
That's great, Checkers.
That's so nice.
That's great. So happy for you.
Oh, he got hit.
Oh, he did. I'll roll for damage.
And from the wagon you hear, "Where did that come from?"
As this guy is running up, you turn Malgus and see this guy kind of scampering along the edge of this. And he looks really angry. He's got his sword raised. He's a little bit singed. And as you kind of get ready, you're eyeing him down. You're getting ready to fight him. This arrow just slams right through his neck. And he crumples to the ground.
Oh, baby.
Sneaky.
There we go. Oh,
No.
so there you
I
guys.
said.
So there you guys go. And that is the end. You have 3 goblin corpses, and you have one that has run off. And that's where we're going to end combat.
I want to loot. I want to loot them. Loot.
Very
oh my
cool.
goodness. Okay, well, you loot all their bodies. I'll be right back.
That's totally fine. As you guys check these goblins, they're pretty shoddily equipped. Unfortunately, the weapons they have a kind of shoddy short bow that appears to be struggling to stay together. The exception is the short bow that shot you, Wes. Is that you find that this goblin appears to have a good quality short bow. There's nothing spectacular about it, but it is certainly like a human-made, well kept after short bow.
He's the one with the good bow, just shitty aim, while the other one with the bad bow nailed me in the chest and almost killed me.
Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. And you find that this is likely stolen from somebody. This is not a goblin bow. It is certainly like a well-crafted short bow.
I take the bow. I put the bow in my bag.
Fantastic. Add that you get a short bow. It's just a standard short bow. And then beyond that, you guys find the swords, for lack of better words, are essentially just sharpened slabs of steel. They are not balanced. They are not well made. They would cut, and the rust on them might do more damage than the blade, but they are of too poor quality to do anything with. Similarly, their armor is just like shoddy thatch and bits of leather kind of bound together poorly. You do find a total of 6 silver across the three goblins.
6 silver.
Mm-hmm.
Beer money, baby.
Yep.
I try to convince everyone that they should give it to me so that I can make more beer for them.
I'm just gonna laugh at that.
Go ahead. Well, go ahead and roll persuasion. Now, this is going to be an interesting thing, guys. This is essentially a role-playing thing. Based on his role, try to think honestly of how your character would react, and be open to if he nat 20s to be he's convinced you, and how that goes. But depending on his role, I'm not going to say whether or not he's able to convince you guys, but I want you to honestly think about how high of a role would it take to convince you.
Come on, my
Right, what do you
friends,
say?
more beer. If you give me the silver, more beer for you.
And it's oh my god, 23.
What the shit?
I put my points in charisma, baby.
Wait a minute. Did I miss that Chase is trying to convince us to let him have everything
No,
that
there's
he's found?
Just all the silver.
yeah,
Oh,
there's 6
yeah.
silver.
So convinced.
Okay.
That's
Hey,
amazing.
I'm already having to tuck my coins into my flaps, so less for me to take care of.
Fantastic. The time that it took to do this, it has gotten darker and it has started raining more heavily. So you guys choose to, as you're trying to figure out what you want to do, you guys choose to take the wagon kind of off the road to the side here, and set up camp.
Can I try to heal the horse?
What?
You can do a medicine check for me.
Thank you.
Wait,
It's beer money,
can you
Peppermint. Quit
can-
giving me a hard time.
can you heal without using the potions?
No. So medicine check does not heal, and no, you cannot heal the horse. However, with a 13, you go and you pull out the arrow, and you find that it's pretty superficial. There's not a very deep wound. You take some cloth and are able to kind of wrap it, and it does not look like it's causing the horse too much pain, luckily.
Oh, good. Good horse.
So you guys get to talk here for a little bit, just kind of about the information you've learned, what happened to Gundren, your friend, and to Sildar.
Let's just hold up a second,
Yeah,
and
we need
let's
to heal
maybe
Joe.
discuss the arrow sticking out of my chest.
Yeah.
While they're doing this, can I go about hiding the fact that there was a fight and using Move Earth to stick goblin corpses in the ground? and
Yeah,
move it back?
absolutely. Do you want to hide the horse corpses as well, or no?
Yes.
Who picked up the
Okay.
bows?
There
You
was
should
one
see-
bow, and I just stuffed it in my pack.
Okay.
So,
Can
I want
sorry?
to convince Joe that I want to pull his arrow
Oh, you
out.
go ahead. You go ahead.
Cool. Joe, are you gonna let him?
Like the
I trust Chekis explicitly,
yeah.
Cool. Can I have you make a
despite
strength-
knowing how horribly inadequate he is.
Can I do
Can I have you-
something? Can I do
what-
something here?
Yeah. What's up?
Can I do a? I don't know if this is a 5e thing, but can I do a reactionary move where, in case Chekis completely fucks this up, I want to be ready with healing hands to just blast Joe with everything I've got.
Yeah. So in this, that would be it would be a
Clear.
a trigger. I think they call it a triggered
Yeah.
action, where you
Triggered
basically set up an action based on the trigger, and the trigger would be if. Yeah.
If
So-
Joe if Joe's going to take any damage from Zach, I mean if
Oh,
Dagron is going to take any damage from Chekis ripping this arrow out, I would like to be ready to heal him because he has 1 HP left.
The horse
Fantastic.
did not blink. He will
right.
not either.
I'm gonna have I'm gonna have you make a strength check. Just straight up. Let's do
No athletics?
Let's do athletics.
Okay.
That's fine. To pull out this arrow.
Oh baby.
Yes.
Fantastic. You grip the arrow shaft and you just pull it straight out, and the whole thing comes out. It hurts quite a lot. You don't take any extra damage from it, but it really hurts.
As I pound on my chest.
Nah.
Fantastic.
And I kick him.
So you guys are setting up camp. You decide that you're going to take what's called a long rest.
Wait,
sorry.
I'm sorry. We gotta heal Joe though. Should he drink a potion or something?
No, we're gonna get to that. So you guys have
okay.
decided you're gonna take a long rest, and in 5e, taking a long rest heals you fully.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, so just okay.
And so one of the things you guys are gonna do, you're in no shape to continue. Like 2 of you guys are almost dead, so you're gonna take a long rest. You're setting up camp, and as you guys are setting up camp, you get a chance to chat about, like, you found Gundren and Sildar's horses, but you don't see any signs of them. There weren't the corpses of either of them from apparently this sort of goblin ambush. And what you guys think about that and what you
What-
want to do.
What do
I
we
would
all
like
know
to
about
communicate?
goblins
Oh.
and their eating habits? Like the type of foods that they eat.
Yeah, goblins in general would not eat humans usually. Orcs might, but goblins would not. Goblins would probably try to get more like smaller game and things. That doesn't mean that they wouldn't, but they would not by default just like, yay, dinner.
Okay.
You
Okay.
dwarf is very tasty.
They're also moderately intelligent. Like they have a 10 in intelligence. So even though they're crude and a little bit tribal, they are not dumb.
They're tricksy.
Most of the time they're acting in some sort of tribal-y way or pack sort of way, if nothing else.
So here's what we know. 2 dead horses. One of them was Gundren's, because I recognize the insignia on the horse or whatever it was.
Yeah,
The other one was likely Sildar's because they were traveling together. Empty saddlebags and specifically an empty map case. So what that tells me is Gundren kept on him a map to whatever he quote unquote found with his brother, and that was stolen by the goblins. So
Did the
What do
goblins
we-
have any of their stuff? I don't
No
think the goblins got
bodies.
any of their stuff.
they probably took him away to their little camp. Did anyone see the direction that the goblin ran? Because maybe we can go after him.
He ran south.
Perception roll.
I was
Fantastic.
keenly watching.
I'm gonna have you guys actually, as you guys are setting up camp, you guys are able to go over to that spot, and I'm gonna have you do investigation rolls.
Well, that one's not nearly.
Anybody
as
who
nice.
feels like to go check.
Oh,
I
I'll
go
go
check.
check.
Oh! Don't look at my numbers.
I keep looking for the dice on my desk, and I realize we're just using.
Right? Check us. You are just like, all I see is mud. And you start like get frustrated, and you're like pounding around. You
Destroying
as
the
you're,
paths.
as you're stamping. As
What
you're
the
stamping
hell?
around in the mud, you slip and fall and hit your head and take
Hold on a minute.
take
Hold on a
one
minute.
bludgeoning
We got
damage.
country playing.
That's
We gotta
apparently
stop
an
for just a
ad.
second.
Zach's catastrophic failure of an
I was-
investigation.
To
We
the
will get
tune
better.
of country music.
We
I'm
will
just
get-
sliding.
We will get better audio next time. I didn't realize Joe's so cheap.
Oh, that's so funny.
Hey.
Country roads.
I
Now
just,
I'm
I
all
just
muddy.
look over him and just shake
I'm all
my head.
upset.
Yep.
I'm like,
What do you want?
But Dagron and Malgus, you guys, Wes, you kind of look over and you're kind of like, I can't see anything. Like, it's dark. Whatever, I'll check later.
Dark,
But-
rainy.
but-
I'm tired. Pissed off.
Malgus and Malgus and Dagron, you guys are probably the best friends with Gundren, like the most connected, and so you guys spend a little bit of extra time, and after you get behind like a certain set of bushes, you can see little goblin tracks, and then with your really pretty high investigation rolls, you can see a kind of broad track, as it were. Instead of it being footprints, it looks like something was dragged through kind of the mud. And as as you're checking it out, it occurs to you, Malgus, that this is approximately a dwarf-shaped dragon. If you, it looks like they were likely dragged off to the south in that direction.
So, what I suggest is that we follow these tracks to their little hovel and try and get Gundren back, because he's our employer. We're not going to get our other 20 pieces of gold if he's dead.
But what if someone comes and steals the wagon?
Maybe we can
The wagon.
do something about that. Bring it with? Hide it?
Good options, both. Bringing it with, you judge that might be difficult with the kind of rocky and foresty terrain. Hiding, however, does seem to be something that's more possible.
Can I try to whack down some branches
you're
with my
adept at
nunchucks?
hiding things.
Don't worry about it. I gotta take it care of. And Wes goes over and just starts moving earth, making a little nice ramp down the wagon.
It's perfect. So then you guys, you are able to successfully hide the wagon. You
Did
set
you
up camp.
bury the horses too?
No. I didn't bury it. I'm not dead. No,
And,
I'm good at my job. Horses come with.
And you guys effectively hide the wagon and the horse, and have the horses, and you're able to set up camp. And the plan is on the morrow to follow these tracks and see where they lead.
In a starfish, as I make a mud angel, I say,
Glad you are smart.
And that brings us to the end of the session, you guys. So
Oh,
good job
early.
getting through. Yeah, a little early, but we do have a few things to do real quick. You
Okay.
don't have to necessarily bail as soon as we're done. You guys have been working for a while, especially Wes has been, using his magic for a while. This is not the first thing that you've done. This is just the first adventure that's like the next level of greatness that awaits you. With that in mind, you guys actually have leveled. You will never ever level this fast ever again.
no,
But
of course
but
not.
we're gonna have you guys go to level 2. We're going to go through the details of that later. So if you don't want to do that now, then you don't need to. But you can click on the little anvil in your builder, and it should take you back to the first page where you click and drop to level 2. It will prompt you as you click through them to add the certain things that you need to. I am happy to help if you guys want to do that now. I'm happy to do that in a separate session if you guys want to do that then. But yeah, you guys are level 2, and you are also going to take a long rest, which is a button on your character sheet that should heal you fully and restore spell slots.
Okay. Oh.
And to Sunny, who asked this earlier, I really, really like. It depends a lot on how your DM plays and how they do things. I really like there is a style of fighter called a battle master, that essentially he's like a gladiator. He gets to put in like sweep the leg and like stunning blows and tripping blows and all these different things, and he recovers them on a short rest. Almost every other class recovers all their moves, all their like spell slots and things on a long rest, but the Battle Master recovers these on a short rest. And it is, if you have a DM that does a lot of short rests and not a lot of long rests, then you can really like steadily do a ton of damage. It's really cool.
Sweet.
My favorite is the swashbuckler, just because you're just always
swashing.
dealing damage, always swashing, always swishing.
Actually, as we're sleeping, I'd like to, because I really don't know what I'm doing with my coinage right now. I'd like to try to slip a couple more silver into Chekis's coin purse without him knowing
you
it
mean all of
happened.
your money, right?
No, just like 2 silver. I'm gonna slip
Where are
like,
the gold pieces going?
just the
So-
silver right now.
You are gonna do a sleight of hand. I'm gonna have you do it with advantage because people are sleeping.
Yes.
But we're gonna have you do a sleight of hand.
How do I use disadvantage to help him?
Oh, don't worry.
Oh,
Oh
baby.
no! Damn.
Ooh.
All right, yeah, you're able to sneak those silver coins in, and he is none the wiser.
All right. So you might want to change your inventory there, but I'm gonna take away.
How many silver do I add to my inventory?
Sounds like 2.
Yep.
Dude, those beers are suddenly being paid for.
All right, guys. Does anyone is anyone going through the leveling process now, and do they want any help with that?
I leveled up and it looked like I didn't have anything else left to do. It just said that I had more things, more actions.
Yeah, that's the basics of it. Let me take a look at your rogueliness here.
Manage HP.
No, that's you mean my
Oh, sorry.
monkiness?
Yeah, your monkiness. Monkiness.
It said that I
So-
earned key and unarmored movement.
The key matters. Let me take a look really quick at what happens to a monk at level 2. Okay. Okay, at second level, you get key points. And let me tell you really quick what the key points do. I'll post this later to you directly. But basically, this is like channeling your inner energy. There are 3 features that you can use with this. One is called Flurry of Blows, one is called Patient Defense, and one is called Step of the Wind. Flurry of Blows makes it so that when you hit somebody, you can spend a key point to make 2 additional unarmed strikes against them. So you can punch them twice.
Got it.
If you hit somebody with with an attack, or actually you don't even have to hit them. If you make the attack action, you can spend a key point to do 2 unarmed strikes. Patient defense is you spend a key point to take the dodge action as a bonus action. So normally, if you're going to dodge, which gives people disadvantage to hit you, that takes a full action. But if you use it, the patient defense, you can use it as a bonus action, which is pretty cool. The last one is called Step of the Wind. You saw earlier, Cheka's used the dash action, which is a full action, to double his movement speed. But with Step of the Wind, you can disengage or dash as a bonus action. And so you could do that in addition to your other things. And your jump distance is doubled as well.
Oh.
It's 2 dashes, correct? If
You
wanted.
could, if you wanted to, you could dash and then channel your key point to dash as a bonus action again. So you would get triple movement speed that turn. You get your base and then a dash and then another dash, which would be
But Joe,
crazy.
you and I can both go really, really fast, really, really far.
Well, I can already walk up to 40 feet, so yeah. Where do you see
You-
your jump distance?
I forget. There's a calculation for it.
Okay.
Also, similarly, you have learned your unarmored defense, so your armor went up as well.
No,
Yeah, it should have.
my armor class is still 14.
Oh, sorry, unarmored movement. My bad.
There you go.
Your speed increases by 10 feet when you're not wearing armor.
Which is exactly
So-
what's happening.
So 40.
Yeah, so if with 40 feet, if you were to dash and then use the step of the wind and dash again, you would move 120 feet, which is insane. So very, very cool stuff. And that's basically it for you for now.
Yep.
Okay, I have a question for the group.
What's up?
I have two options for fighting style that I want to go with. One is, and I want your guys' input. One is protection, so that if someone gets attacked within 5 feet of me, I can give their roll disadvantage, their attack roll disadvantage. But they have to be within 5 feet, so that's like 1 square.
I'll be
the other
there a
option-
right
lot.
up. You got to get right up in there.
Yeah, so we have to be side by side in order for
Okay.
that to work. The other option is great weapon fighting, and that is, in the event that I roll a 1 or a 2 on a damage die roll, I can re-roll.
Ooh, that's tough.
So
I'm gonna be right next to you all the time for my cunning action because it doesn't work unless someone is 5 feet away.
Oh, okay, yeah. I have to have my shield out though. So that's the thing. With great weapon fighting, I have to have my hammer, and then with protection, I have to have my hammer and my shield.
I don't
And I
like
will be-
I don't like the hammer restriction.
Well,
I
they
don't like
both
the
have a
shield
restriction.
restriction.
They both
I
have
don't
a
like the shield restriction. I would prefer the distance restriction.
As
Personally.
a note with those, you would not be stuck using just your hammer or just your shield. Like you wouldn't be stuck either way, but you just wouldn't get the benefits of it.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
But like, I would keep that benefit in mind. So if I'm like side by side with someone, I would want my shield out in the event that I can proc that ability or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, I'll
Similarly,
do double damage if you're side by side with me.
your shield does not count as a weapon. So the if you did the dueling, for example, holding it one-handed would allow for you to hit harder with your one-handed weapon. So there's
But
a bunch of
why
different
would
options.
I don't know if I'd ever be in an instance though where I don't have my shield, and I'm only holding my hammer with one hand.
Well,
no, your shield doesn't count as a weapon.
Oh, so if I am one-handing my hammer and I have my shield, I can still get the dueling bonus?
Yes.
Oh.
Block them with the side of the shield, but really
Which
it's
would
just two hammer hits.
essentially make it as strong as dual wielding it without you ever having to dual wield it.
now I'm going to
Oh.
pose something to you, Chase, that maybe when we get to town and we can spend our coin, just an idea that I've always thought would be a great idea for paladins.
Okay.
Dual
okay.
wield shields.
Okay, we're gonna go with no on that one.
They
for
did it
now.
with Captain America and it worked.
Oh my
Okay.
God. Okay.
And
Zach,
I had
so
the
how
idea
about this?
way before. They stole that from me.
Oh my God. Okay,
Peppermint
Zach.
put all of her points into shit talk.
She did. She told me. So when we were talking about me being able to move 120 feet, she said it was perfect for running away.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So,
If I could have
I'll-
moved 120
Zach,
feet after getting hit down to 1 damage, I would have flung myself on top of that goblin.
Oh, I know it.
I couldn't have reached the goblin though.
You crazy.
I would have
man.
just gotten halfway there, and then he would have flunked me with another arrow.
Yeah, I pulled
So,
it out.
so
It's fine.
Zach, I'm gonna go with protection, and just
Oh.
keep that in mind.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to be next to you. I
Yeah,
mean,
I'm
you're
gonna
tied
be
to the
in their
hip.
face. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
in their face, and so
I
are
have
you.
to be. I'm
Yeah,
sneaky,
so-
and I only get the benefit if I'm sneaky and there.
Okay, so
Now-
we'll get some good synergy with that.
One piece to know about that is that he needs to be within 5 feet of you, but that does not need to be necessarily like if you guys get surrounded and you guys are back to back. If you kind of think of the movie in your head, like you can still spin around and impose that disadvantage. Like it can be from attackers that aren't within 5 feet of you. It is just if the
Oh, for sneak attack, it's just if.
no, sorry, this is for protection. So
Yeah,
for
yeah.
example,
So
like
you have to be within 5 feet.
Oh,
right.
Joe, thank
I
you.
saw
You're
it
so
about
lucky.
to come up, and I was like already transitioning over to there.
Okay,
Awesome.
so real quick, within 5 feet, can he be 1 block away from me, or does he have
Yeah.
to be in the block next to me?
No, that's actually a really good question. Normally, you cannot occupy the same block. You can't occupy the same space.
No,
Yeah,
he means
but
he
that's what I'm
means
saying is,
Andrew.
there
Can it be
one
like
block
can it be
between
like
the two
him
of
and
us,
me
or
right
does he
here?
have to be right
Does
next
I
this
see.
does this
He
count
does
within
need- He
5?
does need to be touching. So that is, yeah, he needs to be. It can be diagonal, but it has to be touching.
Okay.
Okay. For
That's all I need to
my
know.
for my cunning action, that's not true. The enemy could be in between us, and it would still count. It's about the enemy having 2 entities next to it.
Yeah, which
Okay.
is pretty awesome.
Wait, so in 4E you have flanking. If the enemy is in between the two of you, that's when I would, because I have a rogue on in 4E.
Yeah.
I have to have the enemy between me and another person. So if you're saying they just have to be both of us adjacent to that guy, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
Wait.
there's no
very
restriction.
easy.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
very easy.
Yeah, we're gonna Zach. We're gonna do a lot of damage together.
Well,
Yeah.
hold on,
Yeah.
hold on, Zach.
We're gonna slap.
Zach, what does your thing do again?
So cunning action is an additional attack that I can perform if the enemy I'm trying to attack has another entity of any kind within 5 feet of it.
Okay.
touch the tips.
God damn
So
Where? Just out of curiosity, where is that? Because I don't actually see it.
Let me go.
My cunning action shows that you can either dash, disengage, or hide.
Sorry, sneak attack is what I meant to
Oh,
say.
sneak attack. Okay, yeah.
So-
Once per turn, you can deal an extra 1d6 damage to one creature you hit
Yeah.
with an attack with finesse or ranged weapon. Blah
Yeah,
blah
that,
blah.
Right.
that you've actually already had. Cunning
So-
action is a lot like
Right.
the monk. You can use a bonus action to dash, disengage, disengage.
Yeah, I just
or
used
hide.
the wrong
Oh,
label
that's
for it.
Perfect.
But yeah, the point is I can
High
attack
cane above.
again.
So actually, if Chase and I are next to each other, Chase, you'll get your bonus, and Zach will get his. He can shoot his arrow from the weeds.
Yeah,
again
no,
if
no,
he
you
needs
two
to.
could just be
Exactly.
touching the target. and
'Cause
I
I'm
could
close
shoot
range
an arrow,
also.
And I would get sneak attack.
I gotta
Yep.
be within 5 feet of anyone I want to hit, anyways. So
Well,
doesn't
there you
matter.
guys go. That's pretty awesome. And then, Wes, we're going through them. Is there any leveling questions you've got?
Oh, I was just looking at spells like you do as a mage class,
Yeah.
and I don't think I'm going to change anything out just yet.
Cool.
I just picked up shield because, well, I'm squishy.
If you
That's
were
a
the
good
one to
idea.
take the arrow, it would suck.
Shield
Yeah.
is really cool because it is a reaction. So you can,
Oh, nice.
and it is a reaction where you can. It's one of the very few ones that you can do this after you know the result of the roll. So I
Yeah.
can do the roll, it can hit, and then I'm like, okay, it hits. Here's the damage, and then he can be like, nope, funny story. I react and use magic missile,
Accio.
and
Wow.
and then it adds +5 AC.
That is
so it's-
amazing.
Yeah.
I think my only question, and I don't think it happens too much yet, is how the heck do I use sorcery points? I know I can, like, spend my 2 and get another spell back. I think that's all I can do right now.
Let me take a look at how those work early. Let's see.
Because I
'cause-
don't think I can do anything just yet, but I know, like, I'll be able to, like, quicken spell
Yes.
later.
So at level 3, you're going to get meta magic, which is going to let you do like a quickened spell or a twinned spell. You can have distant spell, which lets you shoot it further. You can do careful spell. So like if you have your burning hands that you just did, you could use a sorcery point to cast that carefully, and if there were any allies, they would all succeed, or they'd all have advantage on their saves. So there's a bunch of really cool things that you can do with that. But you were correct. At the moment, you can just
Son of a bitch.
use sorcery points to get a spell slot back. But at level 3, you'll be able to do other things.
Cool. Yeah,
Damn it.
Sweet.
I have
So-
other questions, but that's for level 3.
Something we should note is that we plan to do these every Wednesday at 8 p.m. So
Mhm.
8 to 10.
8
It's
There-
gonna be every Wednesday, boys.
There might be some. There might be some that we have to skip, but in general, that's the plan.
Yep. Good
Hell
good
yeah.
catch on that.
Joe, I just rolled
Jace.
the shit out of you.
I know, you just beat the pants off of me in every way possible.
You're not
Uh,
even wearing pants.
That's
The last thing
I
the
put
last thing
pants
I wanna
on and
do
then he beat them
is-
off.
I also want to give Malgus inspiration for absolutely destroying
Yeah, no shit.
that poor little goblin,
Hell
and then terrifying the other one into running away.
Bruh.
You don't stick my boys with arrows. I don't let that happen.
No, you did let that happen. It's just-
Inspiration.
you
is
then took care of it.
essentially- Inspiration is essentially a one-time advantage that you can give yourself at any time, on any roll, but you do have to do it like as an advantage roll. You can't roll once and go, oh, that's really bad, and then choose to roll another one later. You have to be like, this is a really important roll. I'm choosing to give myself advantage.
So, do you have any rules for re-rolling? Under any circumstances, can we do a re-roll?
It depends a little bit. There's some situations where you can add bonuses to it. Depending on the situation, I might let, if someone had inspiration, for example, if they roll something really awful, I might let them use, I might like let the rules slide a little bit and let you use inspiration to do that. But in general, no. In general, there's not rerolls.
Okay.
In what scenario were there rerolls? Chase.
Cheating.
So the one that I do, you get an action point every long rest, and you can spend it on pretty much anything you want. So like you can say I want an extra that's like normal, so I can do another attack, or the house rules where you can use it as a reroll. So you would get one reroll per long rest.
Is that a 4E
Yeah,
thing?
Peppermint says the hacker is asking for rerolls now.
No, I'm just curious what the
Damn.
rules are.
Yeah, no, 5E I remember being very like
Yeah,
boring
5e is
almost.
5e is easy enough that we don't need to put
Yeah.
rerolls.
Um,
But
Chase, I'm gonna have to have you roll a what's it called? A persuasion check to see if you persuade the GM into letting
it
you
fails.
have rerolls.
Oh,
DC
yeah.
is 34.
I rolled a nat one. Oh, I fall and hurt my head or whatever it is.
So
Oh my god, did you see Peppermint? Peppermint says his goblin family is still waiting for him to come home.
I know, it's so sad. If you would like rerolls and don't want me to be able to stop you, at level 4 you can take a feat, and one of the feats is called Lucky, and that gives you rerolls.
Like if you get a 1, like a halfling, or
Yeah, I think so. Or no, I think you can choose to do it any time. I think when you have the lucky feat, you get like 1 a day or 2 a day or something. A lucky halfling is hilarious because then they also get to reroll 1s.
that's hilarious.
So let me ask
Those
you a question
bastards.
about just regular gameplay. So I can walk 40 feet, right?
Yep.
Does that mean that I could walk 20 feet up to a monster, hit it, and then walk 20 feet back?
You could. Now, one thing you would need to keep in mind is that if you did that, you would normally open yourself up to an opportunity attack by entering his range and then leaving it.
Got it.
Now, if there's a couple reasons that might not matter. For example, if you walk up to him and kill him,
Right.
then like you can continue on with more of your movement. Similarly, if you were to walk up, hit him, and then spend one of your key points to take that like step of the wind,
Right.
you could use the disengage action as a bonus action. Disengage makes it so people cannot attack you when you leave their range.
How do I earn key points?
You get them at the end of each, like they refresh. Let me take a look at your character sheet.
Bro, I got like twice as many hit points as I used
Yeah,
to.
so
what the shit?
If under your character sheet, if you go to features and traits and scroll down, you'll see that you have 2 little check boxes there.
Yep.
For key points, and those will increase as you level.
Okay. So right now, oh, I see. There will become more checkpoints. So I have 2 key
Exactly.
points right now.
Right, and you
Got
get them
it.
back on a short rest.
Got it.
So there
And
you
can
go.
only short rest outside of combat.
Short rest mechanics are very nice when they do happen.
Yeah, as we get further into this, starting obviously like you guys got a long rest right off the bat, but as we get further into this, there will be less long rests and more short rests. And short rests are essentially a 1 hour break. You don't need to sleep during it, but it's like your character is resting for an hour. You can do little mundane tasks. You could cook something. You could, crochet, whatever you want to do. But you can't. The point is that you're resting during that time.
Okay, here's another question.
Mhm.
Are we able to use our tools in combat?
Yes, they would usually be improvised, and what that means is that they would usually not have very much damage. They would usually be a lot like an unarmed strike.
Okay.
Depending on what it is, I might give a little bit extra. So, like, if you had,
Like if
a
I
smithy
jumped
and hammer-
forward and took my paintbrush and swiped it across the goblin's eyes and then jumped back so that I essentially
mean-
painted his eyes.
I would probably make you make a sleight of hand to see if you could get it across their eyes, or if you just like smashed it on their forehead. And
Break
if
the
you
tool.
did get them across their eyes, I would probably do something like giving
did-
them disadvantage on any sort of attack.
I did nat 20.
Yeah,
I
so-
have,
Advantage.
I have a kind of a complex question.
Yeah, what's up?
So for spells, can I cast 2 cantrips in a turn, like a bonus
Not-
action and an action, or like how
Not
does that
normally.
work?
Yeah, so normally you couldn't. However, once you get that meta magic, one of the meta magics that you can get is, let me pull this up.
Like, I have
Yes,
to treat it
Peppermint,
as like a
I
quicken
have
spell.
Yeah, let
Painter
me send
supplies.
this directly to your little player log
And I
guy.
fully intend to use them like
Uh,
I'm in an episode of Looney Tunes.
But yeah, you're exactly right. So what happens is when
Good
you
job.
cast a spell that has a casting time of 1 action, you can spend 2 sorcery points and change it to a bonus action for this cast. So normally you would not be able to cast a spell with a bonus action unless that was specific to the spell. But something
okay.
like Quickened Spell would let you do that.
Oh, I get this class now. It's basically just
Well-
fling things on a whim.
2
Kind of.
sorcery points, though? I want to understand what that means. So you have to spend an additional.
Yeah, sorcery points and spell slots are different. So sorcery points are like the key points. They are a specific to sorcerer's thing, where basically
Right.
he can choose to channel more magic. So that's the sort of thing that will let you cast 2 spells in a turn when you shouldn't be able to, or cast a spell super far away. Or one of the ones that's kind of fun if you are in a really roleplay heavy campaign is that you can do subtle spell, which means you don't have to use the somatic or verbal components. And that means that like you can cast spells even if you are gagged and bound.
Bruh, this is triple S to
Ooh.
a point. What in tarnation?
Yep.
Oh no. Somebody gonna disappear. We're not gonna know why, how, or when.
That is very
Say
cool.
swift and secretive.
But yeah, it's very cool. So it's essentially the ability to modify those. There are spells that are a bonus action, but they are usually very minor kind of buff-y spells. They're not going to be like
Okay.
Fireball.
Eldritch Blast. Okay.
All right, we should probably wrap this up.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, guys, if you have any questions about your new levels up, your new skills, any of that jazz, let me know. Level 1 to level 2 is pretty simple, and we will jump back in to you guys following the trail next week.
All right, thanks for watching,
Yeah.
people.
Thanks for watching.
Andrew, thanks for DMing. You're doing
Yeah.
great.
Oh, just on
Talk to you
time.
guys.
Good campaign. Great music.
Beautiful. Excellent ending tones.
Oh.
This outro music is an ad. Someone else.
Okay.
See ya.
Thanks, Peppermint and Kane and Green and everyone for attending.